Hey, how's it going? So in today's video, I want to go ahead and just mention about the Ohio train derailment. So what happens, last week we were being distracted by these Chinese balloons. And during the meantime, on February 3rd, in East Palestine, Ohio, right on the border of the Pennsylvania border, what happens is that there was a train derailment, and I got some notes because, to be honest, my memory is not the best. So I'm reading off of what I learned. And that's practically what I'm going to tell you guys. So this train that was carrying vinyl chloride. So these things are used for making PVC, also car parts. Interesting enough, on February 6th, there was a controlled burn. However, during this controlled burn, what happened is that hydrochloride and phosgene was released. And even 10 miles away, in some parts, for example, in a 1 mile radius, the people were evacuated. In a 10-mile radius, what happened was that, people were having chest pains, lung irritations. Some people's animals died. Pets, dogs. That was just 10 miles away. And I was also looking into what was and also people's cars that caused paint damage on some of them. And it's and of course, in Washington, playing political theater as usual. The Democrats say, "Oh, it was all the Trump era deregulation that happened," but the Republicans also say, "Well, look at we had Pete Buttigieg as secretary, in charge of the Department of Transportation." So you're going to see the theater that happens. And during the meantime, people, in Ohio and Pennsylvania get affected. And also there's going to be other places involved, from what I heard is Kentucky, pretty much anything around the Ohio Valley. While, but what happens when you have sincere journalists like Evan Lambert, who was arrested going into a gym that Ohio governor was having a press conference, Mike DeWine. Let's silence the truth. Well, let's not make sure that the peasants know about him. And mainstream media, quiet, nothing. And the Norfolk Southern Railway was giving also $1,000 to residents of East Palestine, just to shut them up, just to say, "Oh, well, you cashed this $1,000 check. Now you're in a law-binding agreement where you can't sue me." Awful, and you could blame parties, Democrats, Republicans, but let's face it, it's nothing more than a lobbyist who decided to lobby, politicians in Washington while the rest of us paid the price for it. It's sick. It's awful. What can I say? I'm just looking at my notes here. Oh yeah, Canfield, Ohio. That's the part that I heard reports where people were complaining. That's 10 miles away from where that accident happened. So, let me see. Other notes on here? No, that's pretty much what I wanted to say. I really hope that this gets resolved soon enough. My heart really goes out to people in Ohio, Pennsylvania, and anyone in the Ohio Valley that's being affected by this. Hopefully, there could be a solution that's covered real quick. Guys, that's what I want to go ahead and say, and take care. Bye bye.